Alright, looking at problem number 1 of the practice test, it says given the points 4, 4 and negative 2, 4. So right away let's go ahead and actually plot those. So 4, 4 is going to be right here, and negative 2, negative 4 is right here, and you're asked to find the distance between these 2 points. So you want to find the distance of that line. Well, let's make that line a little thicker so it's easier to see. So you want to find the distance between the 2 points. Okay. I think what we need to do, the instructions also tell you, find the distance between 2 points, must show all work or give descriptive explanation and an illustration to receive full credit. So here's what you do. You're going to create a right triangle. Now you can either do a right triangle going like this, or you could do a right triangle going up and then like so. Actually, you're going to get the same answer doing either way, but you want to create a right triangle with the distance between the 2 points being the hypotenuse. So let's take the red one. Alright, so if I were to look at this red triangle, and I'd say, gee, what's my distance here? Well, let's see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the total distance here is 6, and the height, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my total distance on this side is 8. Now, I could use the Pythagorean Theorem. In other words, at this distance, if I call this d, I could say, what do we know about the Pythagorean Theorem? We know that the sum of the squares of the sides of the triangle is equal to the square of the hypotenuse. So we would go 6 squared plus 8 squared equals the distance squared. Well, that's 36. That's 64. And there's your distance squared. Adding those two together, you get 100 distance squared. And the way to get rid of a square root, of course, or the way to get rid of a square is to square root it. And what you do to one side of the equation, you do to the other. So this becomes d, that becomes 10. All right? So that would be one way. That's one descriptive explanation. The other would be to simply recognize, and let's use the blue triangle for this. It's the same thing, right? So, gee, this distance is 6. This distance is 8. If I recognize these as a 3, 4, 5, let's see. If I went 3 divided by 6, I get 2. So let's see. So we know 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 5, which is what the length of this side would be, would give us 10. So there's an alternative way, and then what we could put for an explanation would be, gee, recognize that the triangle is a Pythagorean triplet. So the hypotenuse which is the longest side would be some, what would the word be? Not some multiplier, it would be some factor, it's not a factor, it's bigger. What do you call that? It's not a multiplier, it's not a factor. What is that name? Multiplier, factor, multiple, that's the word. Be some multiple of 5. Okay, that would be a great explanation.